So now that you know what a reading is, which, by the way, if you haven't seen that video, definitely check it out. But now I want to talk to you how to prepare for a reading. And a lot of people think, well, you just book in. You just go get a reading and that's kind of it. But there might be a couple of things you might be able to do in order to get the absolute best out of your reading. Because readings can be deeply powerful, but they can also feel a little bit vulnerable. These couple of things might help you prepare. The first thing you can do is just to take a moment to breathe. Sounds like a relatively simple step, but before you book a reading, sit down to have one done, take 5 minutes. Just ground yourself. Get in tune with that breathing. Slow it down a little bit. Come back into center and open ourselves up. We're inhaling slowly and exhaling slowly. Nothing here needs to be rushed. Nothing here needs to be forced. And this step is all about bringing yourself into the present. Now, the second thing that you can do is set an intention. What is the intention of getting this reading? What do you want it to do? You don't have to overthink it, but a simple question like, what am I ready to see? What do I need to most understand right now? And sometimes those simple questions like that, along with the breathing, can just help hone your focus, get you into the right frame of mind, especially before getting one. And having set those intentions, the universe knows what you're up to. You're opening yourself up to receiving those answers. A lot of the time, people make mistakes with readings. They keep themselves closed off, expecting the person to be a mind reader, to pull it out of you, to force it. This is a dual effort here. This is me and you. So be open. Set the intention and know where it is that you want to move to. The third one's a hard one, or at least I feel like some people find it hard. Let go of needing a particular answer. I know we all have our questions and we all have things that we desperately want answers to. But sometimes what we want to hear isn't what we need to hear. Spirit will meet you where you are. But just be prepared for something different coming out. Be prepared to face something that you might have not been expecting. And most importantly, try to stay open and try to trust the process. Because if it is coming up in your reading, it probably needs to be talked about. And don't be scared by that. You might be triggered, you might feel a lot of things, but those emotions, they're coming up for a reason. They're coming up to be processed. They're coming up to be felt. Don't deny yourself that. Now, grounding yourself. Another awesome way to get ready for a reading. But we've talked about breath, we've talked about setting intentions. What else is it that you can really do to ground yourself? Maybe it's something simple, like having a glass of water there for you to keep hydrated. Maybe it's having both of your feet planted on the ground, with nothing in between, focusing on that connection, keeping you literally grounded. Because at the end of the day, we want you to feel rooted and supported. And we want you to feel safe. Safe to explore your questions. Safe to explore those feelings that are coming up. And just doing a couple of simple things like keeping your feet on the ground, keeping yourself open, not closed off and hunched over, because that holds tension in our body. Keep ourselves open and keep ourselves rooted. And the last one, just remember that you are in control. A reading is a conversation, and you can ask for a pause. You can ask to stop. You can ask to take a minute while you go outside, sit next to a tree and breathe. You can ask for things to be clarified. Or you can say if you don't necessarily want to go deeper into a certain topic. You can let me know whether I've pushed the boundary a little bit. Whether there's a subject that might need to be explored, but maybe not right now. And I will respect that. Don't get me wrong, I will talk about it a little bit, but I'll definitely ease off. If there's something you are finding uncomfortable, tell your reader. Because yes, we do need to face the things that we're not quite ready to see. But even just mentioning it, but even just me mentioning it, but even just me mentioning it's got me. But even just me talking about it, yeah, we're going to go with that one. But even just by me talking about it, that's going to prick your conscience enough. If you don't feel physically ready to explore something, do not force it. It has come up for a reason, and I trust that you will move through it eventually. But maybe today we just needed to prick that conscience. And sometimes that's enough. At the end of the day, this is your energy, and this is your space, and this is your reading. And you have to honour that at your own pace. And if you have a reader that doesn't respect that, find another reader. You want someone to work with you. So, take a breath. And set your intention. Just trust that what it is that you are hearing needs to be heard. It might be unexpected, but it might be what you need. You have got this, and hopefully this video made you feel a little bit more comfortable with that. So now that you're fully armed with knowing what a reading is and how to fully prepare yourself, you're one step closer to getting the absolute best out of your readings. And I'm incredibly excited for you. I'll see you in the next one.